So I'm working in the garage here today on the BMW 1150 RT. Got some fuel system problems, and test of the pump and the fuel system revealed that it's not holding pressure. What I believe is that the pump is probably gone bad, and that needs to be replaced. The bike has almost 60,000 miles on it, so in all likelihood it's just kind of crapped out. So the other thing I'm taking a look at is the fuel pressure regulator, which on these models is notoriously difficult to get at. If you'll notice, the bike's pretty well stripped down. The fuel pressure regulator is actually located underneath all of this. This is your air box where the air cleaner and stuff goes. The battery box is here. This little space up here used to be where the ABS system was located until I removed it last spring. So what I'm going to do is I had to basically remove the rear wheel, which is kind of propped up here. There's a swing arm, and loosen the rear subframe, which is this object here that's sticking up, and lift it out of the way so that I could get the air box out and remove the fuel pressure regulator, which is housed inside the fuel pressure distributor. So the manual will tell you that you have to completely disassemble the rear subframe, which requires a great deal of work, and you have to disconnect most of the wiring harness and things like that. That's really lifting it out of the way is sufficient as long as you don't pinch any wires or stretch anything in the wiring harness. You got to make sure all that's disconnected. So I am in the process of removing the air box, and we'll remove the fuel pressure regulator. One of the other things that I'm thinking about is actually relocating that regulator to a more accessible point. I've not heard of them going bad much, but they're definitely not a part that is meant to last forever. So they're really a small diaphragm inside of a very tiny aluminum case. So sometimes they get gummed up, they can get holes in them, they can stick, they can do all kinds of stuff that will wreak havoc in the fuel pressure system. And a lot of times, especially with this thing being very difficult to get at, I'd really not like to do the job twice. So that's where we're at today.